What's going on? So, first and foremost, per usual, how are y'all? Let us know in the comments how you've been, what your 2 weeks have looked like. If you have anything, tell us something good.
Yeah.
Tell us something good. I could use a nice little pick me up.
What's good happening in your life? What has changed? Y'all been doing better by leaving comments and liking and stuff. I'm very proud of y'all. All 82, 81, 82 of y'all. I'm so happy.
Look at y'all, because that follower count been going up. The subscription count been going up. But like we said, whether one person listens or 500 listens, that's a soul. So we are grateful for all the ones that listen. We are just going to get into it because we are doing something different today. This was her idea, by the way. So whatever comes of it, don't judge us. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. We're going to play 21 questions. Okay. These are all random. But when it comes to the 21 questions, we're going to do it a little bit differently. It's not going to be I ask you and then you ask me. We are both going to have to answer every question that we've written. Mm-hmm. So I have to answer the questions that I've written.
And I got to answer the questions that I've written.
So, you want to go first or you want me to go first?
You're going first.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know what she thought.
So if this goes well, we were thinking, while I figure out which one I want, if this goes well, we were thinking that you all can leave us some questions that you might have, and then we'll just start answering them maybe like, I don't know, once a month or something.
Once a month. We'll go live.
Yeah, I was going to say, let us know if you want to go live. Dang, that's crazy.
This yours?
Yeah, this yours.
Oh, period.
All right, so this one. What's a childhood fear you still kind of have? Oh, baby, I'm scared of the dark. Let me tell you something. I don't play them games. And it's not even necessarily that I'm afraid of the dark. I'm afraid of what could possibly be in the dark. Yeah, that's fair. So I 100% still sleep with my TV on. If I had a night light, that would be on. My son has his little hatch with the little light and the music that we do not play about being in the dark. I still run from the front to the back when I turn, when you turn the lights off and you run upstairs.
Yeah, that was a good first question.
That was
come on, icebreaker, because it gets serious.
So what's yours?
Mine is I am terrified of dogs. Oh. I don't know. My body just like, no matter what. I've tried. But I think it's a fear because people try to force me into liking dogs instead of addressing that I'm scared and acknowledging that I'm scared. They're just like, get over it. Just do it. I don't know. I love it that some people are dog lovers, but your girl over here, I can't get past. I've done better.
She be doing good.
I'll let a dog come near me, but that's about it. I ain't touching your dog. I ain't doing none of that.
Yeah.
But I'm very much so getting better at people's dogs being around me.
Okay, so follow-up question then. Is it that you're actually afraid of dogs or you just have a healthy respect for them and what they can do?
Yeah, I'm just not a dog person.
Fair.
You know how like you just have that thing that you just can't.
Fair.
It just ain't that.
Yeah, because baby, if I see your dog, me and my baby, we laying on the floor with you.
Yes, I'm not that. I'm not going up to nobody's dog, touching nothing. Never been that, never will be that. But I respect everybody that loves their dogs. That's like fair. My sister, like that's my nephew, but I ain't going to go touch him. I let him come a little near, and that's about it.
Baby, we gotta go to a boarding house.
Don't ask me to dog sit ever. It's a no. No,
oh man, no, I used to be afraid of dogs. I used to be terrified of dogs, so it's crazy that I'm like, oh my god, baby, come here.
Yeah, my body just like, yeah, I tried. I've tried.
Dang. Okay. Well, that was a good first question. Now I see where Jordan gets it from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my son, he'd be like, Mommy, I want a dog. Never.
No.
We will never.
I'm nervous. Y'all, I'm nervous. Drum roll, please.
Girl, bye. Oh, and I pick one of yours. Ain't that crazy?
Well, dang, but I still gotta answer it though.
Who in the Bible would you want to be most like? Does not have to be just one person, of course. Oh, that's a good one.
Now, Andrew, she wanted us to do a whole episode on this, so here we go. We gon' usher it in.
Is this who So who in the Bible would you want to be, most likely.
Yeah, not who you are, but who do you want to be?
Oh God, that's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have to be with just one person.
It could be a combination.
Oh God, I have no clue. Like there is nothing that, you know how sometimes it's just like
right
and I really can't answer it. I'm gonna sit my
right.
Let
If we gotta pass, you gotta sit. No, then that just means that because this was something that we talked about, but we talked about who we thought we were.
Yeah.
And we still haven't, like, whatever. So that just can segue into another episode.
It can, because I just don't know. This is a question that I'm like,
yeah. See, and my problem is like, so she knows who she is in the Bible.
Yeah.
I don't know who I am, but I do know the combination of people that I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, I always said I wanted to be obedient like David, wise like Solomon, and I want to be brave like Esther. Specifically brave like Esther, because she did what she did in a time where you could like be killed for going to the king without being summoned. And she walked in there like, I'm the wife. This is what I need from you. This is what's going on. And she basically said, if I perish, I perish. And I said, dang, that's bold. That's bold. And also, what's her name? Jael.
Yeah.
The one that drove the stake in that man's head. And I'm not trying to be no killer. But the fact that she was like, bet you're not supposed to be here, and we're going to do what we got to do to get this victory. So those are my combinations. Right.
Come back to me. We'll come
back.
Wrap around.
We'll wrap around. Okay. What? Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Why I keep pulling yours? When was the last time you felt genuinely seen? Not mom you or circumstances you face, but the true you. Funny enough, I feel like it's been 3 times in my life that I've ever really felt seen. And funny enough, they are recent experiences. So the first one to note was when actually around the time that I met Jess. So that first time was when I came to church, and I came without my son. And she was the only person who recognized me. Most people were like, oh, is she new? And blah, 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 because I didn't have Rowan with me. So that was the first time I felt like seen. And reminded that I'm a person first, not a mom. So she definitely makes sure to see me as me. The second time was when I had kind of talked to you guys the last time about when I was just struggling and I wanted to disappear, and Pastor V was like, that's not you. And so I feel like she saw me in that moment, not my fear, not whatever, but she saw that broken shell of me that was like, okay, so this is what we need to build you back up. And then the last one is my best friend Sharice. When everything like officially I had to go through the finality of my son's father and I are not together. I remember I just called her and was just bawling because it had been a year and I hadn't let myself feel any of it. And I remember I just called her at work and was just and she literally just sat there. She just sat there because it's like she knows. I always feel seen with her, honestly, because it's like she just knows. Oh, she doesn't need to talk. She just needs me to sit here. Oh, she actually needs a word, or oh, she just needs somebody to come over or whatever. Like that moment, I really felt seen because she didn't do anything. She just sat there. She just sat there and she breathed on the phone with me. And there was like some song that came in her spirit. It won't always be like this, girl. She started singing. So those are the times where I have felt seen. Well, I'll say one more thing. When I go and like all of a sudden I start explaining like all of this, like, yeah, because you know, like historically this is this, and people don't make me feel weird, and they're like, tell me more. Like Jess will actually ask me like, wait, girl, what? Hold on, explain that again. Dang, I didn't know that. I feel seen when people allow me to like be a nerd.
Yeah.
So.
Ooh, I asked that question. Huh? Mine is, to be honest with you, when I knew I had to answer these questions too. I think like you were the first person that popped up, only because in this kind of past season that I've been in, you never was like, you always say, I'm checking on you. It wasn't like, let me check on everything that's going on. No, like, how are you? Like, what's going on with you? And you never was like, I think a few times you asked, like, how are you and Jordan doing? But most of the times when you check on me is, how are you? And that meant a lot in this time, because a lot of people, like, that's why I said not circumstances you, because sometimes often people check on you because of your circumstances, not genuinely saying, but how is your health? How are you doing? Did you shower today?
Look, that's my question. Did you eat?
Yeah, did you shower? And then I think it's so crazy because both of ours are the same. You and then Bethel. Yeah. Because mine is different. I didn't initially bring my son to church, so it was never like they knew that I had an extension of me. Because at that time on Tuesdays he was with his dad, so they had to see me. They didn't know that there was anything. I was like, you know, like a single mom and all that stuff. So the circumstances weren't there for them to see anything else but me. And so that's why they're trying to pull out what is there. And that's genuinely how I feel. Like, there's only been a few people that actually meant it, like not me pouring out like all these things that's wrong with me, but there's very few that actually check on me and not because you know my circumstances. There are a few at the church where I'd be like, why you know that?
Why you in my business?
But it's genuinely seeing you, because oftentimes you are the, like, people check on you because they define your circumstances and not really checking on you. And I think that's why I asked the question, because it's like, when was the last time somebody genuinely checked on you, your soul, your spirit, and like kind of pour into you
and reminded you are not your circumstance,
and not,
because this is not your forever. Oh, I think. Oh dang! I pulled that question.
Oh, it's my turn. I hope I don't pull one of mine, because mine's just serious. It is.
Oh dang! This one of yours?
Yeah. Yeah. This is my favorite one too. I'm so glad I got this one too.
Ooh, y'all.
You gotta choose one.
Oh dang! Just one.
Choose one.
The Libra in me is not okay.
Choose one. Walk on water like Peter, or part the sea like Moses.
You said walk on water or part the sea?
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk on water.
I'm gonna walk on water.
I sure am. I'm gonna walk, but I'm not gonna walk like Peter, because I saw what mistake he made.
You had to choose one. You have to walk on water like Peter, or part the sea like Moses.
When you say walk on water like Peter, that means
you gotta do exactly what Peter did and exactly what Moses did.
So I gotta walk and sink. That don't make sense. Why would anybody want to be like Peter then? No, then I'm changing my answer. We're gonna part the sea and we're gonna look at the little fishies mad that they can't get across. Yeah, we're gonna part that sea, because I'm not.
Because why did I go through this whole conversation with about what you were gonna say? That's why I said like Peter and like Moses.
Nah, man. No, cause for real, like if it's just like Peter, cause the man, don't get me wrong, and Lord knows we do this now, but the man was looking at Jesus, looking. And you stepped out on the water and he was letting you do it. Right. And you still sank? I'm not doing nothing like you. Outside of maybe cutting somebody's ear off. But like he was at the table. Which one is it, Lord? Which one of them finna betray you, Lord? Okay, so yeah, we're gonna part the sea.
We're both parting the sea. I'm not walking. No.
Yeah, just like Peter. You bogus.
Just like
she bogus.
She bogus.
Because I know she heard this whole conversation too. I was like, hold on, you meant like I got
because I know how you are biblically, so like I was like, ooh, debate time.
Nah, yeah, it's gonna be Moses, but I need to make it to the promised land. So I'm not going. What he told him to do? Speak to the rock and he struck it or something like that. I ain't gonna do that. Whatever it was he did, I can't remember, but he did something and he walked out on his promise. Dang, it's mine. Aww.
What?
What's your ideal date night?
Let's see.
Because our husbands are coming, Lord.
My ideal date night. Yeah, let me think about that. I'm not extravagant. Like I'm not one of those girls that needs something big. I love like intimate stuff. Like I love it just being us. Like I don't need a lot of people around. I don't want a typical dinner. Don't just take me to dinner. I need a whole little
shebang.
Yeah. Like if that makes sense, like I'm not big, but I'm not
I ain't
small either. But I want it to be thoughtful. I want it to be like you really listen to what I like. I want it to be I don't know, because I don't feel like I've had an ideal date to compare to, so I don't know
okay, so if you had to choose, what do you think it would look like? Like what would you do? Where would you go? Morning or night?
It would be probably nighttime. It would have to be nighttime. I like thoughtful stuff. So me just being in your presence and you like set up something sweet. Like you know, like like I don't know. Like I that's something that I never thought about. And some like set up something sweet where it's just us and you like I said, really listen to what I like and not try to be big. I don't need a lot. I need it to be just me and you moments. Like so it'll be nighttime. I wouldn't say a picnic because I don't like really being outside like that. So like something enclosed.
Let's go glamping.
Right. I had to make this fun because like, but not in the wilderness, nighttime type stuff. Like don't set no picnic out in the middle of nowhere. But something enclosed, something. That's a good question. Your questions aren't boring. What about yours?
I actually am very much a picnic girly. And I do like to be outside. That's why my son and I are always outside. What I don't like to be is hot though. Yeah. So ideally, if you're like, for me, it would be, I would love to have an all day thing because I'm really big on compatibility. And so it's like, can we spend the whole day with each other? And then even if we get to a point where we're bored, can we be bored together well? You know what I mean? Not immediately like, okay, well, this is nice. Let me go find something else to do. So for me, I think it would be like she said, I'm not really super extravagant or big or, you know, like whatever. Do I like to dress nice? Yes. But do we have to do something like large? Ideally, I would love if it's like us getting to know each other. Yeah, let's get up. Let's go have, you know, coffee or something like that. And then let's take a walk around, find us a nice little park. Let it be between 50 and 70 degrees.
No, for real.
Because I be sweating, y'all. It's so bad.
See, I'm opposite. I like the sun.
Let me tell you something. I want the sun. I don't want the heat from the sun. So if it's like 50 to 70 degrees, bright outside, we have our little, you know, picnic, we get to talk, we get to, you know, I like those little places where they have like what are they, like the national parks where they have like the little ponds and the ducks and all of that stuff in the trails. Like that's my type of thing. So let's sit there, let's talk, let's, you know, have whatever. And if we can get to the point where I love stargazing. So if we can get to the point where it gets, you know, dusky and dark and we're just kind of laid out in the park and just watching the stars and kind of just talking. That's my biggest thing. I want to be able to talk. We don't have to talk all the time, but I need to know. Ideally, on a date, for me, it would be like you said, something simple, something sweet. Let's just do something real chill,
Real chill.
real chill. And then as time goes on, when you take me to an orchestra or something, because I love me
No,
some
I don't even
classical
want
music.
that.
I love me a good classical night. We could go and do stuff like that, or a ballet, or love those things. But ideally, that would be
think I lied. I don't want none of that. Take me to an amusement park.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Take me to an amusement park. Take me to Dave and Buster's because I'll beat you in that. Let the real Jessica come out. Let me stop all the extra. Take me to amusement park or Dave and Buster's or something so I can beat you at some games. I'm so chill.
Heavily on the air hockey though. Like you gotta let me get on the air hockey first. And if we go to the theme park, we got to get on the biggest roller coaster there.
Yeah, we got to.
Please.
Yeah, and I gotta hear you. I gotta hear you. You gotta be scared a little bit. I mean, I'm gonna be scared, but even if you ain't scared, we could ride on roller coasters together. I love theme parks. Like,
don't come to no theme park. Don't go to Six Flags with me or Universal Studios and all of this stuff. I don't do rides. This not gonna work.
This not gonna work. Automatically, no.
Yep, next.
Yes, because I love amusement parks. I'm like, Jessica, I don't need, that's why I say I'm simple. You could take me to an amusement park and I'll be just as happy. Happy. Oh my God. And with my man,
gonna be skipping.
Take me to Disneyland.
Hello?
Florida.
Disney World.
No. What is it?
Disney World? Disney World is
no,
Florida.
No. What is the other
Disneyland
one?
Is in California.
The one in, is it Thailand or something like
that?
Oh,
Japan. It's still Disney World, if I'm not mistaken.
Take me there. Nice. Forgot about that. I was like, let me stop. Girl, I want that.
No, I do. I love me a good romantic whatever.
Yeah, we could be romantic.
But baby, let's go have some fun, okay? I'm childish.
Yeah, very much
I am very childish at heart.
I am childish raising a child.
Yeah, so we need to go places where we can play. Don't ask me to play no basketball. I don't do sports. But all that.
It depends on the sport.
I don't do sports.
It depends on the sport.
I'm like, that's why I draw the line. So prayerfully, he found him some people to play with, because my son be wanting me to play basketball and I ain't got it.
Right.
I ain't got it.
You know what's good is our husbands are gonna be friends, so they got each other.
They're gonna be besties.
They're gonna have each other. All right, let's see. Next question.
They're gonna go ring shopping together too. We're manifesting.
we already have our whole little plan. We will talk about that at a later date, but
dang, we sure pull a man, ain't we?
What's the best thing about motherhood and the worst for you? Ooh. The best thing about motherhood, I would say off tops, is just having a little person that you get to raise and get to see develop into this person that you didn't expect when you first birthed them. So you're expecting something, but they're totally different. Like, so it's just like you have this thought in your head, like, I didn't expect you to be like this, but it's the best thing because you're raising like God trusted you to raise this mini version of yourself, and when they come up to you, they just be like, I love you so much, girl. That melts my heart. I'm that mother. I love it so much. But then he turns around and be a demon child.
Meanwhile, I'm like, what you want?
Right. But my son's very lovey. He's very clingy. He's very affectionate. He loves to hug you. If he could be in my skin, like I said previously, he would. And I think the worst thing is the challenges that come with it, things that you can't really put words to, that nobody really told you about, and the constant battles in your mind of worry about your child, or you fighting these battles for somebody.
Like, dang, I gotta fight for you.
Yeah, and I think that's the worst thing, because you want the best for them, but you got to let them go through their own thing even at an early age. So you can't constantly how can you put it, like, win for them all the time, and you got to teach them lessons, and some lessons you're still learning. So you got to be the adult and be like, so it's a lot of things that I can't say, but the best thing is just those little moments of I love you, mommy, and the worst is just having to fight those constant battles of raising somebody else, and letting go of the expectations of what you thought motherhood would be. because it's not all fun and rainbows all the time. I think his baby stage was like, oh my God, this is cute. But the older he get, the more I'll be like, oh, this ghetto. Very much so. It's like, and I'm only in 4 years.
I was gonna say motherhood has always been ghetto for me.
Yeah.
This was not like, oh my God, my baby. I was just the whole time.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, I don't know. I think sometimes, and this will probably end up being an episode too. Like, I think when we talk about when women come forward and they say, I never wanted to be a mom. That was just not, when I was younger, I wanted to be a mom. And I think that I wanted to be a mom because I've always just been so good with kids that people just made that seem like that was the next step for me. Oh, you're going to be married and you're going to have kids. Like, how could you not be a mom? As I got older, I realized actually I don't want to do that.
Don't want to be that.
Yeah, I don't want to be that. I wanted to be the cool and the rich aunt, and that was gonna be my thing. You can drop your kids off at my house; they can stay the week, but they gotta go home, right? Now his home is mine, and mine is his.
Parent.
Yeah, I'm the primary parent. And so shout out to my parents who are using their retirement to basically help me raise my son. But I think the best part about motherhood is the best part about motherhood to me is actually what is also the worst, that it exposes so much about you, right? And so I don't, there are a lot of things that I did not realize about myself, some good things, right, that I did not realize about myself until I had my son. And I don't think that I would have ever done some of the things that I did. I don't think that I ever would have finished and got my master's. I don't think that I'd be pushing to try to like test for licensing. Like there are just so many things that I just would not have done. And maybe I would have, but it probably would have been later in life. So I think the best part about it is that it has exposed a different type of strength in me and a different type of stability, but also a different level of accountability for me. And just the fact that like no one, my parents, yes, but I don't think that anyone has ever loved me the way that my son loves me. When I say like I am this boy's entire world. I have never had somebody just like melt down because he's like, but I want to come with you.
Right.
I want to get in your bed. I want to do like punishment literally for him is, oh, well, if you keep acting like that, then you can't come sit by me. And he's like, oh, okay, well, hold on, let me tighten up. You know, like no one has ever, and I know that that might change. My prayer though is that I build such a bond with my son and such a relationship with my son that he's not the kid that, like, yes, I want him to have his own life, and I will never treat my son like he's my husband or anything like that. Like you're my son, you know what I mean? But I do want us to have this relationship that is like, now it's Thursdays. Thursdays I kick you with my mama, non-negotiable. You know what I mean? And like, but I want that to be what he wants to do. That he's like, no, I enjoy spending time with my mom, or you know, Ma, I like this girl. Like, let me tell you about it. And we're like, okay, well, let's talk about it. Like, I really want there to be this just open relationship with us. But I think the worst part about motherhood for me is that I feel like I have no time. I have no time, and I have these moments where, yeah, like yeah, life did what it was gonna do or whatever. But I have these times where, like, a lot of times I'm really jealous of his dad. And I'm jealous of his dad because like I'll call him because, you know, Ronan's like, hey, I want to talk to my dad. And he's like, oh, you know, my bad, I was asleep. I took a nap. I'm like, you get to take a nap. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get to take a nap. You get to go hang out and do what you want to do without, you know, like worrying about what he's doing, finding childcare, like just the level of time that I feel like I've lost. And granted, I feel like I've also gained a lot of time. But like I don't have time. I don't have time, and I don't have the amount of resources that I would have had it just been me. And that's the biggest struggle for me, that like I find, and I think it's more so the worst part about single motherhood and not just motherhood. Right? Because we know that like even married couples experience, you know, trials and tribulations when it comes to parenting. But like I think the worst part is more so single motherhood than it is motherhood in itself. I feel like I would feel differently about motherhood if I had a consistent partner.
Yep.
Who was here that I could lean on, because I feel guilty the majority of the time that my parents have him, or that, you know, I'm having to lean on them so much because they had him all the time. And when I was in school, they had him more than I did. So that's part, I'm way stronger than I ever thought I could be. And I'm way more resilient. And there's just so many things that I've done that I just don't think that I would have done. But the worst part is just like, oh my God, I don't have time to do anything.
Nope.
Anything. I can't do anything by myself. I can't eat my snacks by myself. I can't.
Man, drinking off my drink.
Put the little floaties. Now it's just yours.
It's
you
yours.
know, so.
Yeah. Now I understand the statement when I was like, I can't have nothing. I get it.
But that's real. Because at 33, I'm still, can I have some of your chips?
Yeah, me too. I asked my mom so too.
Can we split that Coke? So, yeah. No. Is it me?
Yeah.
This is running a little longer than we thought. Ooh. If you could pick a time to go back to in your life, when would it be and what would you change?
If I could pick a time?
Anytime in your life.
I think it would be I think it would be my like high school year. I think my high school year would have been really different if I wasn't worried about being popular or trying to fit in, because I think that that's what got me to where I was at. I was so worried about other people that I didn't worry about my education as much as I should have. And see, like, your high school year is very important. It's pivotal for you graduate high school. And because of that, I didn't get to participate in a lot of things, like for as like prom, graduation, and stuff like that. So I would want to redo that, because who doesn't want to get dressed up for prom? Who doesn't want to walk across the stage with the people that you've been with for 4 years? So I kind of feel like I robbed myself of that, trying to fit in and fight and all that stuff. Like, girl, chill out. It ain't even worth all that, because you don't realize how fast it goes when you're in high school, and then you instantly become an adult and have responsibilities.
Quick.
So I think that I would kind of want to go back to that, only because I will redo that. And granted, my senior year wouldn't have went the way it went, because I would have graduated and I still would have went to prom. But the decision that I made to kind of take care of my mom kind of was based off of them telling me that I wasn't going to graduate. So I was like, what's the point of me going? Like, when everybody's getting ready for prom, everybody's like getting ready to graduate and walk across the stage, why would I want to put myself in that position where I know I'm not going to be able to participate? And I think that I'm in one of those states of my mind where it's like I'm sick of getting like robbed of moments. And so that's a moment that I would want to go back to, definitely, to change that, because yeah, it would be so hard right now.
Like, yes and no. Yes and no.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying everything would have been together, but it wouldn't be like,
it would have definitely been different.
It would have been different.
Definitely
like,
been different.
Like, those are memories. Those are memories that people have forever. Like, you know, like with my son, he's gonna, like, you know, when he's that age, like, oh mom, like, where's your prom pictures? I don't have those because I didn't go, you know? But I want to make sure that every step that I take is he gets those moments that they're about him, because he achieved them. So.
And I watch him turn around and be like, I'm gonna take my mom to prom with me.
No, I wouldn't let him.
Watch him. Look, she don't have no choice. When Jordan say he wants something. Similar, but not high school. High school, I wouldn't repeat that to save my life. I hated school. Because I was definitely one of the bully kids. I was nerdy, right? So I was bullied elementary. Honestly, I was bullied through college too. But I would go back and redo my college years. I did not go to my first choice. I went to the school that my dad, if anyone knows anything about me, I am such a daddy's girl, and a lot of what I have done has been to like impress my dad or like satisfy whatever for him. And it's just because I just really want to make him proud. That's really it. But I ended up going to Central Michigan. I wanted to go to either ISU or I believe it was Central State, because I really still wanted to dance, but I wanted to dance more like majorette style, right? I did continue to like do theater, dance, and ballet and jazz and all of that stuff throughout college. But I think that I would have had a better experience had I gone to the school that I wanted to go to. And I just wish that I like if I could go back, I would go to a different school because I ended up transferring anyway. Like I just had such a miserable experience. I'm still friends with the people that I met there, but I had such a miserable experience that I ended up transferring back home like 2 years afterwards. And I think I took like a gap year and then finished at home. But I would go back and I would be so much more serious about those 4 years because I don't know. I was somebody that had this time frame in my life. And I was on track. Like I graduated around like 21-ish or whatever. But because I didn't do what I was supposed to do, I didn't get to go into grad school for what I originally wanted to do. I originally wanted to be a speech therapist. That is a very hard program. Speech pathology is a hard program to get in. Like I think they only accept like 400 students sometimes, depending on the school, and thousands apply. I didn't meet the criteria because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. So if I could go back, I would redo my entire college experience. I would be more focused on my studies. And yeah, I would have really fought for that speech therapy degree. That was my like. I knew from a very early age that was what I wanted to do. But social work is where I'm at, and I still love it. So
Period. Is it my turn?
Yep.
All right, y'all. So that was good, wasn't it?
Oh my God.
That was good. That was good. That was good. We learned so much about each other.
No, we
that
did.
we actually did not know. So thank you for watching. We are gonna cut this short because we want to give y'all time to think about our answers.
Right.
We're glad that y'all got to know us. Ask yourself some of those questions.
No, seriously. Or some of your friends. See what they say about some of those questions, because I feel like some of those questions was like, okay, period. But stay tuned for the next episodes. We are so excited to share more questions with y'all.
And we hope that you like it. See you next time.
See you next time.